Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us and welcome. Oh, look, it's the 50th anniversary. We are celebrating 50 years. That's pretty awesome. But welcome to our NIKKEN University Book Club. This is not our first book club. We have done book clubs before, and we've done some pretty awesome books. Sean Acor's um, uh, a book on happiness was a uh, book club that we did a few years ago. We did um, uh, The Happiness Advantage. That's the name of the book. Sean Acor's The Happiness Advantage. We did James Clear, Atomic Habits, which was an amazing book club. Last year we went through um, uh, not Assaraf's. We went through Dr. Helmstetter, Shad Helmstetter's What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, which was a really great book. And of course, we're going to be starting a new book club together. It's going to be fantastic. This is a recommendation by Luis Kasuga. Luis recommended this book, I believe, to quite a few of you. And we'll be going through The Answer by John Assaraf, who is very familiar with the network marketing, the direct selling industry. John Assaraf and Murray Smith. The Answer, Your Guide to Achieving Financial Freedom and Living an Extraordinary Life. So we're going to have a lot of fun together. This is really going to be an awesome experience. Working together, and that's what we will do. We will work together as a group to look at an idea through this book. And the idea that we'll be looking at is that your mindset is the answer. And I know this is probably not a new concept for most of you, but it may be helpful to refresh our familiarity with this concept. And I believe John Assaraf does it in a way that's quite unique. If you've gotten your copy of the book, and if you don't have your copy, that's okay. And it doesn't matter if you have the hardback or the soft cover, they're both very similar. They're pretty much the same book, and we'll go through um, the book, whether it's a soft cover, hardback, you're fine. And if you don't have your copy yet, you still have time to get your copy before our next meeting. Our next meeting actually will not be next Wednesday because the kickoff is happening on July 2nd. July 1st is Canada Day, a national holiday in Canada. And so July 2nd is our kickoff Zooms, and that's on Wednesday. So we'll be having the book club resuming on the 9th. So if you have your book by July 9th, and I know some people ordered it from Amazon and maybe didn't get it right away, that should be plenty of time. But we're going to be looking at that concept, that idea of why it is that your mindset is the answer. And the law of attraction is something that most of us are familiar with. Most of us have read and are familiar with Think and Grow Rich. But this book approaches this idea, these concepts from a slightly but different perspective. And I think that's going to be very interesting, very helpful. As we get started tonight, I have a question that I'd like you to answer in the chat. So just write a one or a two or a three in the chat. Can we please include all three time zones as the notice? Yeah, Darcy, I could do that. There's actually four time zones, unless you count Atlantic for our Canadian folks for the Maritimes, but I can put more time zones. Most people can convert from Pacific and Eastern, but I'll also put Central and Mountain, Darcy. That's not a problem. But see, can you type? Can you type in the chat? Just test. Yeah, put a one.
Oh,
There
you
you
just want us
go.
to put anything. It's not to me, it's not a question.
Yeah, just put anything. I'm just testing. I'm seeing
Okay.
if you're able to move your hand to your keyboard and hit something and have it show up.
It's a
That's
test.
yeah. So here's the question that I have for you. What is currently one word that describes what you want more of in your life or business right now? And write that in the chat. What's something that you want more of? And it's okay to put money. You can put whatever you want. Friends, contacts. You can put whatever you'd like. Just type that in the chat. So we're seeing like excitement. I like that one. That's kind of cool. Patience, okay. Joy, income, abundance. Very cool. Lots of cool ideas. Anybody want to share why they shared the word they did or the few words that they did? Anybody want to tell us why you shared what you did in the chat? Bella, let us
I'll
know.
share, Jeff.
Unmute yourself.
I'll be happy to share.
Hi,
Bella, go
Jeff.
ahead and then we'll have Barbara share.
Okay. I shared abundance and health because abundance to me means everything aplenty, and that whenever my needs have to be met, the universe will provide. And health because of how I want to serve. I want to be of service to the highest good. And if I don't have my health, then I can't do that.
Yeah, we absolutely need our health, physical health, mental health, in order to be of service, to contribute in the way that we want to. That's
And
absolutely
I might add,
important.
NIKKEN has gotten me to a very good start.
Awesome. Bella, thank you.
It's
Barbara, did
Bela.
you? Bila, thank
No,
you for
Bela. Like
Bela.
San Francisco Bay, Bela.
Great. Bela, thank you.
My,
Barbara Richmond. And
Thanks, Jeff. I wrote patience for a couple of reasons. Um, my total belief in NIKKEN and all aspects of NIKKEN, but the last year with the mobility issues, I've been frustrated because I haven't been able to go forward and build my business um, in the manner in which I wanted to. Um, I've been able to work the business in other aspects, but getting out and meeting new people has been frustrating. So I've had to practice patience in order to achieve some results by utilizing other avenues. And it's just been frustrating. It's been over a year, and I keep wondering, I keep telling myself this too shall pass. But I also keep saying, but when is it going to pass? So I need patience on a daily basis to keep going forward and accepting the fact that it's going to come, but I just have to be patient.
excellent, Barbara. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely think that this book will help you to address that specific issue. Maggie.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks to humans being more, quite a few years ago, I discovered that my purpose in this life is to experience joy. That's why I put joy in there. And every day I meet with a small group of people, and we start with our mantra. So my mantra is, I am so blessed to be here at this time on this planet with the challenges and the gifts I have to spark joy and connection, because through that, I can help people see possibilities and myself see possibilities that we may not have seen before. And that leads to everything, abundance and yada, yada.
Maggie, thank you. Marissa?
So I put income more or less financial freedom. And all because all these years where I've worked, I've helped everybody achieve their financial freedom and all the abundance and ever all their dreams come true. But I was kind of left on the sidelines. So now it's my turn to do the financial freedom and follow my dreams and help others, my family, and live a happy, healthy life.
Fantastic, Marissa. Thank you. Yeah, income, abundance, financial freedom, money, those will probably be for many of us a focus for this book because that is one of the main objectives, along with looking at belief and thought patterns and how your brain is wired. That's a second component that we'll go back to and look at again and again. I'm wondering if there's somebody who can answer this question for us. What is it that inspired you to join this book club? Was it the title of the book? Is it just the time of your life? Is it wanting to be with the NIKKEN community? Is it having done the book clubs before and enjoyed them? Any ideas, thoughts? Bela?
Would like to.
Thank you, Jeff. I followed John Assaraf for a number of years, and I do believe he's Canadian. And he's always impressed me a great deal. His courses were always required a huge time commitment, and I wasn't able to, with my health issues, I wasn't able to join in. And when I love book clubs because I like to hear other people's takes on what we're reading and the viewpoints that they have. I like to learn always, and so that's what inspired me to join it.
Fantastic. Bela, thank you. Maggie? Or Sherry?
So I love the law of attraction and I love studying the law of attraction together. So we had had a conversation about this book in our mastermind, and it was very cool then to find out on the ATR that Luis had recommended it. And years ago, there were a group of us, a small group, there were maybe six of us that were studying the law of attraction together. And so I'm just I'm so excited. I couldn't have missed this for anything because to have a group of us as a community studying the law of attraction together, I think it's going to feed into what Luis's vision, our vision is for the future. And so I think it's such a perfect way because when we were discussing it as a small group, it was so interesting how I would listen to whatever it was that because we didn't have a book, we were mostly listening to excerpts from the Law of Attraction. And it might be like a 15, 20-minute recording. And I would have these things that would jump out at me, and then I'd hear someone else's take, and it was like, oh, I didn't even catch that. So I think this material is so incredibly rich that it's going to be so wonderful and rich to hear lots and lots of people's responses and takes. And I think it'll be exponential learning from that standpoint.
Sherry, thank you. One thing that's really great about this book is there's a lot of very practical kinds of hands-on, rubber hits the road, real world application, especially in the second half. And I think that's going to be really helpful for a lot of us. Maggie, did you want to share?
Yeah, I found the unmute button. Thank you. I want to underscore what Sherry said, because together everything, is brighter. And when we hear other people's, or when I hear other people's input, it sparks things in me that I may not have noticed. And the reason I'm in this particular book club is because I have taken on a huge project this year, because I'm so inspired by Luisa's vision of 10 timesing the business. So I have started a project called Team Canada Expansion. And my vision is to expand Canada at least 10 times. And Michael's grateful because he's always been the one who's taken up the cause for Canada. So I'm doing that. And some of the people are on here tonight, which I'm really excited about, because we know from our experience, those who've been in NIKKEN for a long time, that without mindset, you might as well, not open your mouth, really. If you have a goal and you have a mindset that helps to create that, which I know John Assaraf has, and, Think and Grow Rich, and we have so many things to rely on. And studying that together is going to create a tsunami that is not possible for me to create on my own.
Maggie, thank you. Yeah, it definitely will spread. It will be like a wave that influences a lot of the different groups and different things that we're doing as a NIKKEN family and NIKKEN team here in North America. Anna, did you want to share with the group?
Sure. I joined the group one to get to know some of the NIKKEN family and get to know that community. But also, I know when studying, kind of like Sherry was saying, um, when you study in a group setting, getting different perspective really expands the mind and because we have a tendency to see things the way we experience them, and to see it from a different perspective is really an awesome way to study a book. So I love that part of it. And just for personal self growth, I work a lot with the energy, or and working that way. And it's just really good to be in a constant group of people that have that like minded.
Anna, thank you. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very positive, high energy group with the mindset focused in the proper direction for achievement and success. So this is going to be a great experience. The book, The Answer, it combines three main ideas. So we'll be going through neuroscience and some of those principles. A lot of new discoveries in this area have backed up some of the ideas that are part of Think and Grow Rich and the idea of the law of attraction that's been around for a very long time. But there's neuroscience now backing that up, and we'll learn some of those principles and ideas. We'll be looking at entrepreneurship and some of those important concepts that are essential for being a successful entrepreneur, and then ideas from personal development. So, those are three areas that we will be looking at again and again as we go throughout the book. There's really kind of an overarching theme that continues throughout the book. It's about rewiring your brain for success and then pairing that rewiring with smart strategies for business and for life. So, the first key section that we'll be going through and the first chapters are primarily about this idea about rewiring your brain. And you literally, neuroscience has shown that you literally can rewire your brain to think consistent thought patterns in new ways. And last year, we spent a lot of time on what to say when you talk to yourself by Dr. Shad Helmstetter. And it was essentially about this idea of rewiring the brain, literally taking those consistent thoughts that are often triggered or that we get into these thought loops or thought patterns and rewiring our brain so it consistently thinks in ways that are more empowering, that are more effective, that are more efficient. So that will be one idea. That's the first key section we'll be looking at is this idea of rewiring the brain. The second idea is growing a purpose-driven business. Now, this book club is open to anyone. Anyone who's part of the Global NIKKEN Wellness community can be part of this book club. But our focus, because it is the main second section, will focus on the idea of growing a purpose-driven business. Now, for most of us, that will be a NIKKEN business, but this could be any business, any side gig, any side hustle, anything you're doing that's entrepreneurial. But again, it probably will be related and connected to your purpose-driven business, which for most of us that we share in common is a NIKKEN business. So that's going to be exciting to do as one of the sections, that section's second section. And there are a lot of main ideas that we will be learning together. One is overcoming self-doubt and limiting beliefs. That will be a great concept. Learning how to remove those thoughts, those ideas, those thought patterns that keep us from moving forward, that put us into a place of feeling like we're stuck. That will be one of the main benefits. Another will be training our brain for confidence and success. And this is something most of us probably could use more or want more of, more confidence in our life. Do you know Confidence Kid? Have you seen this before? It's actually Success Kid. It's a popular meme, right? You've seen this before. This is Success Kid. I got a really high resolution photo of Success Kid. Can you tell what he's got in his hand there? He's eating sand. Success Kid is chowing down on sand, but that's what Success Kid looks like now. He's grown up. He's 15. He's gotten older, but Success Kid is kind of the epitome of confidence, and that's something we'll be focusing on, is learning to have more confidence, and kind of training ourselves for confidence and success. We'll also look at the idea of clarifying our vision and how to get more clear about what the results are that we want in our life, what we want to create, what we want to make happen. And then finally, apply business systems for purpose. So there are very direct, clear ideas in this book, particularly in the second half, that focuses on systems within business that are geared for creating success and build on that first half in order to make that happen. So that's going to be exciting to get those benefits as we go through the two sections. So essentially, we'll start by looking at your mind and getting clear about how you can use your mind effectively. And then second, how you can apply that to your business. And each chapter, I have read several chapters now, and from my understanding of the book, each chapter builds momentum by looking at mindset first and then looking at method. So, a question to finish up tonight: what is one result that you hope to gain from reading this book? A result that you want in your life. So, when we were doing self-talk, how to talk to yourself with Shad Helmstetter, I had a very specific purpose for that book and what I wanted to change my thinking about. And it was my master's degree. I'm going to complete my master's degree July 31st. Yeah, it will happen. So I've been working on it for 2 years now, and I really wanted to change my mindset, and my self-talk, how I spoke to myself, how I talked to myself about working on my master's degree and why it was important to me and getting clarity about that. And so that was my purpose in reading that book. So the question I'd like you to answer, and I'm not going to have you answer here publicly, but I'm going to put you into small groups. And in your small groups, take about a minute. Each person take about a minute and share a result that you would like to get from reading this book. What's something that you would like to have happen? So we're going to have about 3 people in each of the rooms. Let's see. There we go. We're going to have about 3 people in each room. So take about a minute, each person, and just share with the other people in your room. If you want to turn your video on so the people can see you, that would be great. And make sure and unmute yourself. But we'll have about 4 minutes for each room. So each person take about 1 minute and just share with your group members, what is a result that you would like to get in your life as a result of reading this book. So you'll need to join the room. When you see the prompt, just go ahead and join the room and decide who's going to go first and have that person share. Is everybody ready to join? Okay, go ahead and begin. Oops. You'll have to join here in a second. All the rooms are going to close. Versus everything else that goes on.
Oh, now we're back already.
Yeah, okay, so I made a mistake. I put too many people in each room. So we're going to kind of start over and you're going to be in rooms with 3. If you were still here with me, make sure and join the room. You'll get a prompt and join the room. So I'll put everybody back into the rooms. You'll be with the smaller group. You'll be with just 3 people. Join your folks. Tell the person, the people that you're with, what you hope to get from reading this book. Okay, join your rooms now. Sorry about that. Jack, Karen, do you see the prompt to enter your room? Lorraine, do you see the prompt to enter your room? It should be there.
No. Well, here's room 11.
Yeah, join the room. Do you see the prompt asking you to join room 11?
Hello.
Oh, hi, Wen.
I'm sorry, I was in the room with Barbara. For some reason I got kicked out.
Wen, let me add you back. You were with
Thank
who?
you. Barbara Satterwhite and
Oh, let me add you back.
okay, thank you.
Okay. So if you're watching this recording, the rest of the book club members are discussing with their small groups about what it is that they would like to accomplish as a result of achieving this book. So maybe think about that idea. Think about something that you would like to accomplish, that you would like to achieve. as a result of reading the answer, and think about what it is you'd like to create, make happen, have happen in your life as a result of reading the answer. Anna, Bob, did your group finish?
Yes.
Okay.
So how long does this group normally last?
It'll probably go 3 months.
And like, is it a half hour or is it an
30
hour?
minutes, 30 minutes
Okay.
every session. Yeah. Tonight will be a little bit longer, but it's generally going to be 30 minutes. Sue, what did you share while we're just waiting for the other groups to finish?
Well, what I'm hoping to get out of this is a more positive attitude and less negative self-talk. You know, I really believe in the concept of the energy and the power of the brain and rewiring it, but I've just never been good at doing it, even though I've wanted to. I don't know how. So I'm looking forward to this kind of helping with that.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
And for me, it was I want to come out of building a purpose-driven business team.
Anna, awesome. Thank you. Bob, what did you share with Anna and Sue? Somehow you and Sue ended up in the same room.
The other thing, they might be waiting for you to prompt them to come back, because at first that's what I was waiting for, and then I found the thing where it said to leave the room. So just so you know that, I didn't know. Oh, here come people now.
Yeah, some people will take a little longer than others. Some groups finish faster, and some groups have people that like to talk. They would be able to go another 30 minutes without even knowing that we had finished.
I know, that's why sometimes it's helpful if you go in and say return.
Well, I just did a command that will force everyone back in
Okay.
10 seconds. Yeah. So thanks everyone for doing that exercise with your group. Hopefully you were able to get some clarity about a result, an objective, something that you would like to realize as a result of being part of this group. So we want to make sure that as we go throughout the book club that we stay clear about what those results are that we're wanting to gain as a result of learning about our mindset and how we might use our mind more effectively and how we might apply that into our business. So these book clubs will be 30 minutes. We'll keep it to 30 minutes. We went a tiny bit longer because of that exercise tonight. But our next meeting will be July 9th. That's at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So you just add an hour to go Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern. But we will be reviewing next time we meet the introduction. It's just a few pages, but before chapter 1, there is an introduction. It's called The Question, oddly enough. So the book is The Answer, and the introduction is called The Question. And what I'd like you to do, if you're open to it, is spend at least 5 minutes. And you can do this once or twice over the next couple of weeks until we meet again, or you can do it daily. It's up to you. But visualize your ideal future for 5 minutes. Do this as an exercise to maybe kind of help you get clear about what it is you want from reading, from being part of this book club. So we'll meet again in 2 weeks, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you've read the introduction, the question. We'll discuss the beginning of the book. And we'll talk a little bit about your homework, visualizing your ideal future for 5 minutes. So do the homework and we'll get a sense of how that went. Remember, your brain is your most powerful business tool. When we learn how to direct it, everything changes. So this is going to be an awesome experience working together, reading the answer. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. These recordings will be posted each week. So if you do have to miss a Wednesday for some reason, you can view the recording. But thanks everybody for being with us this evening.
Jeff, where are they
Again,
posted
everybody.
again?
Say that again, Gloria.
Where are they posted?
The recordings.
They'll be on Telegram and WhatsApp in the
Okay.
chats. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
you.
night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thanks for being with us.